Sean "Diddy" Combs was more than just a music mogul. He was a symbol of hustle, power, and success. A self-made billionaire who transformed himself from a Harlem-born intern into one of the most influential figures in global entertainment. His reach extended far beyond hip-hop. He had fashion lines, liquor brands, television networks, and partnerships with some of the world's biggest celebrities. His name stood for ambition, loud, unapologetic, unstoppable. But in 2024, everything changed. In a stunning turn of events, federal authorities brought forward a sweeping indictment against Combs. The charges were not only serious, they were deeply disturbing. Racketeering, sex trafficking, conspiracy, allegations that he used his wealth, fame, and connections to exploit, manipulate, and control. Prosecutors accused him of running what they described as a secretive and coercive operation behind the facade of luxury and success. As the public watched in disbelief, the case moved swiftly to trial. It began in May 2025, inside a heavily secured federal courtroom in Manhattan. Jury selection alone took days, and when the proceedings finally opened, they exposed a side of Sean Combs the world had never seen before. Not in music videos, not on red carpets, and not on Forbes lists. Over 7 intense weeks, prosecutors presented their case. Witnesses, some anonymous, others known, took the stand and described a lifestyle filled with late-night parties, manipulation, threats, and abuse. Text messages were read aloud. Surveillance footage was shown. Private jets, luxury hotels, and exclusive events were all allegedly used as backdrops for crimes that spanned state lines and crossed legal and moral boundaries. Combs' defense painted a different picture. They argued he was being targeted because of his fame, that his past relationships were being twisted into false narratives, and that the case was built more on headlines than hard evidence. Then, on July 2, 2025, the jury delivered its verdict. Sean Combs was acquitted of the most serious charges, racketeering and sex trafficking, a major relief for his legal team and supporters. But the jury also found him guilty on 2 federal counts of transporting individuals across state lines for purposes of prostitution, violating the Mann Act. It wasn't a full exoneration. It wasn't a complete downfall either. It was something in between, enough to damage his legacy, but not to erase it entirely. Now, as of July, Combs remains in federal custody. His bail was denied. He awaits sentencing, currently scheduled for October. Under federal law, the maximum penalty is 20 years. However, based on sentencing guidelines, experts expect a range closer to 4 to 5 years. His lawyers have already signaled their intent to appeal, arguing that key evidence was taken out of context and that the trial was clouded by media pressure.
Meanwhile, the consequences outside the courtroom are just as steep. Combs' fortune, once estimated at nearly $1 billion, has reportedly been cut in half. He's paid millions in settlements, including a $20 million payout to singer Cassie Ventura, who was one of the first to publicly accuse him of abuse. Brand deals have evaporated. Ciroc, DeLeon, and other partnerships have gone quiet. Civil lawsuits continue to pile up, many echoing similar themes of control, violence, and trauma. His public image has taken a sharp hit. Where there was once admiration, now there are questions. Where there was silence, now there are more voices coming forward. The man who once stood as an icon of Black excellence and entrepreneurial success is now facing the possibility of prison time and the permanent loss of everything he built. This is no longer just a celebrity legal case. It's a cultural moment, a reckoning in the world of power and privilege. A reminder that fame does not equal immunity, and that beneath the gloss of the entertainment industry, real people, real harm, and real consequences exist. The final chapter of Sean Combs' story is still being written, but one thing is certain: nothing about his future will look like his past.